Hello? I think I can speak for everyone in the room and say that was truly, truly so amazing. And thank you so much for being so vulnerable, relatable, and courageous with all of us and sharing your experiences of faith. So for our next segment, we will have Dr. Govind come back up on stage and give us a talk, but I'll let Anjali take it over from here.
All I'll add is, can we give Dr. Govind the warm welcome?
Yeah, Swami. Brothers and sisters, Sai Ram. Sai Ram. This is the third last, there's one more session tomorrow, and then we need to cover up a few things. Okay, I have a choice now. There are about 5 or 6 questions that people have asked, and I can use this time to answer those questions. Or, because we are a democratic country, today morning's session, there were actually 9 points. I only covered 3. And these are points that is important for you to be permanently connected to the Atma. And you need to know this. So I'm not sure. What is it that you want to know? You want me to answer those questions? Or you want this? Okay. Since there is a unanimous opinion. So yeah. But the questions also we must answer. But we'll do that. Fourth one. The fourth point. When Baba mentions these words, these are very powerful words. Every word is a mantra. Less luggage, easy travel. You must have heard this many times. What does it mean, guys? When you're earning, the whole point is when you're working, when you're bringing money, do not spend unnecessarily on things. I see people earning 3,000 back home. I'm not sure here. They earn 3,000, but expenditure will be 3,500 or 4,000. Now recently we just organized the leadership program, and we are looking at the financial management, because even after you succeed or you hold whatever post you have, you need to have good financial resources, and you need to know how to manage that. And how do you manage that? Ceiling of desires. See, when you start coming out of the university, if there's no necessity to buy, and I think in your country, cars are maybe relatively cheaper, I don't know. But back home, it is expensive. You don't need to. But you are doing it because your friend is doing it. And your other friend is also doing it. So you need to come in a brand new car. And you spend a lot of money in the loans. So less luggage, easy travel means we don't need to put so many things inside and make a life miserable. Save. Whatever you can save, because money is important in the future. It's very important. Don't copy other people. The funny thing is that in the examination hall, this person is copying somebody else, not understanding that everybody's question paper is different. The question paper is different because it is set from your previous life. That's why all of us have got different challenges. Everybody cannot go through the same process. Your examination paper has to be different. And the way you answer is your own responses. So by me copying another person, it is ridiculous. Oh, brother, yes, sir. You know, the other person, they already got married. And I am not married. I'm not sure why. The other person is married because that is his karma. That's finished. At least, but yours may be a little bit later. What is your concern? Just be happy at everybody finds some reason. There's a lady who comes, auntie, very sad looking, Auntie, why? What's happening? No, I'm going Puttaparthi, I'm going there, I've been giving letter after letter. What is your concern? Why is your... No, my son doesn't want to get married at all. And these days they're all so into all career orientated, and you tell anything also, they don't listen. Okay. Then you went around Puttaparthi, gave Swami letter, and finally they got the girl, and after 3 years they're married. Then you see the auntie again, Puttaparthi. What's the problem? 4 years have passed, 5 years have passed. So you hand Swami, letter, Swami. Auntie, what is your problem? Now they are married for 4 years. No child. Problem. So letter, Swami, please, Swami, letter. Now, after 2 years, child came. Then again you come to Puttaparthi, Swami. What is your problem now, auntie? Now, the child is there. He goes to work this way. She goes to work that way. And the child is with me now. I have to look after. So the whole point is that the problems have changed. But everyone has got his own time. There are some people who fail. And you look at your friends and all of them are succeeding and you are not succeeding. It's okay. That is the truth, because in my own case, it was like that. All my friends succeeded and they very, very went high up. And I was struggling, failed here, failed there. But finally, in my what do you call it, the anniversary, the alumni, so all the students came back. And I was not in touch with them, so they all came. And my teacher also came. My biology teacher always tells me to go out of the class, because I went to her and asked her, why are we studying amoeba? It is in the textbook. So I said, why should we study amoeba? Because it is in the syllabus. Why should it be in the syllabus? Because the ministry says so, and this is how we do it. But yes, by studying amoeba, how will I benefit? Suresh, are you trying to play the fool with me? So she told me, get out of my class. So every biology class, I'm out of the class. Can you imagine? And everybody knows it's a biology class because I'm outside the class. So when the alumni came and the teachers all came, and now, it's almost about 15, 20 years later, so we're coming back. So she was there. So I asked her, do you remember me? She said, you can't, who? Do you remember? You always send me out of the class. Yes, you always used to. Yes. So what are you doing now? I said, she was actually like that. She was putting, what are you doing now? No, what is it? I'm just a professor at the medical faculty. The hand went like that. She asked me, how? I said, I went for tuition. So the thing is, everybody is different. Do not copy. Each one's karma is different. Don't compare, my friends are there, my friends this one, he's successful, she's successful. You are your own. My job in my life is what? Is to find Suresh Govind. If I find him, I must beat him. I must beat my own limits. I beat my own limits. I pulverize Suresh. I must beat him, crush him, and only Suresh Govind. Finally, Suresh pulverized. Only Govind is there. Govinda, I will merge and go back. That's the whole thing. So the whole thing is find your limits and beat it. But less luggage, easy travel means don't need to get excited. When you go somewhere, you see things looking at you, whether to buy or not to buy. Don't become excited. Restrain. Suddenly, look, when you go inside, the handbags are looking at you. Handbag, I must get. Suddenly, some people get into a trance, They get into a kind of a trance. You must buy this one. You get into this, you keep on accumulating that, you'll find that you'll spend a lot of your energy and time in doing this. So, spend less, save more. If you need to walk if you can. But save more. Get into the habit of saving. You'll find that it will always be useful for you. When you start doing that, do you know what's going to happen? Your mind will not run after things. You only will go for what you need, not for those extra things. And you'll find your life will be much happier. When you're happier, don't forget, you get closer and closer. So, less luggage, easy travel is one big point. Next. See, look at it. This is a lesson from Chennai flood. Those of you, there was a big flood in Chennai. Look at that. Life is not about earning money. It's about living together and helping each other. You had your mobile phone, but no charge. Because in floods, you can't charge. And then here, look, you had your card, but there's no ATM machine. The ATM machine is now, you have to go, you have to. So you can, you had vehicles, but you can't drive. You had your house, but you have to stay on top of the house. These things fail to help you at the right time. But many kind-hearted people did at least realize now that we have nothing in front of nature, help each other and grow together. So that's it. Finally, you are the most precious person. Do you know, dear friends, satsang, people don't understand. Oh, let's have a study circle, satsang. And now people, it's funny, let's go for a meeting. Oh, it's okay, we don't need for the meeting, we'll just WhatsApp. We are in the WhatsApp group, so we communicate like that. Back home, a few people real necessity to come. In fact, whatever you have there, you just send it to me. I will just look at it. But you cannot create this energy. So when you come in this energy, sometimes the things that are said, the energy will make you accept a few things, make you realize a few things. This is a very sacred company that we have. So it's very precious. You are very precious to me, and I am very precious to all of you. Why? Because your energy is needed for each of us to help each other to move forward. So the human person, the person next to you, or the person with you is the most precious person. Satsang is very important. Satsang is the ferry boat that can take you across the ocean of samsara. So value your people around you. Make time to meet at least once a month or something. If you are young adults, once a month you have a meetup and you discuss things, have satsangs, study circle, and then discuss about other matters. But when you come together, you interact with each other like that. Okay, so this is an important point from the Chennai floods. Next, stay connected. Ooh, this is very important. Connected. Connected what? You see, in the Wi-Fi, you speak because if there's Wi-Fi, you get connected. So spirituality, in this thing, what is it that you're supposed to be connected? Get connected to your parents. It is a very important. In all the teachings of Baba, you always will find, you can rape, you can murder, you can do this. Maybe that next slide. But you do something against your parents, in this life you will get your karma, Baba said. Very important thing. So stay. Sometimes our dialogue with our parents is just one or two words, Have you seen? Hello, I'm going. I'll come back. Yeah. Where are you going? Going out. Oh, I see. Okay. And will you come back? Yeah. Then, yes. Why? Lucky they are not asking that question. Why bother? Okay. So the dialogues are just 1, 2 letters, 2, 3 letters. The parents' connection is a very important connection. When I finished yesterday, I went back home. I went back to the hotel, and then I called my mother because their time is. So my mother told me, it's funny. My mother said to me, "Are you sleeping well? I said, "Yeah, we're trying, but jet lag. Drink a lot of water. You have to drink a lot." She's advising me. I mean, can you imagine? But it's very, hey, so old, and why should she? My mother is always concerned. Your mother will be concerned because she's the only person in the planet who will be concerned about you. Your father. Nobody else. If your father is scolding you, you better enjoy that. Really. Because there will come a time when you will be yearning for that scolding. Like what I'm yearning now. My father passed away, but whenever I finish my side work and all that and come back home at about 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 12:30, he'll be there. Say, what's wrong? And you'll love to hear that scolding. They are the only people who will be concerned about you in this world. Nobody else. Yeah. So you must spend time. So even after your phone, you go 67. Philippines is 451. I'm not sure in your country what is the statistics, but it's going up so high. So we wanted our university students to become more vigilant against this and expose them to the drugs and stuff like that. So when we are doing this program, one of them is time wastage. So one of the students, when we were doing this thing, "Sir, thank you so much for making us realize I'm spending 12.5 hours per day on the Facebook." And he didn't even realize that, 12.5 hours. I said, "What's your remaining time?" 8 hours I sleep. So I calculated 12.5 and 8 hours means 22 hours, 21 hours is gone. So I asked him, this 21 hours of your life is gone, 3 hours remaining, whether you live or die, what difference does it make to anybody? I asked him. I said, yeah, I say, this is the awareness. Suddenly this awareness has come to him. Spending so much time, it's an addiction. Can you see? So stay connected, not to the phone, but stay connected to the people that matter. Stay connected to the society that concerned. Stay relevant. In other words, when you're doing like this, you become connected to the Atma. You'll be coming close and close and close to Atma. It is very important to make sure that you have the right framework. Okay, stay connected. Parents, Swami said, divinity is infinite. That is why God is extolled as Anantarupaya Namaha. In this vast universe, God pervades everything in his whole expansiveness. Monsoon Showers, Volume 2. Have you read? How many of you have read Monsoon Showers? Okay, amen. Okay, so now, in Monsoon Showers, they said, what does it mean? God is all pervasive. Now watch this. First I said, stay connected with the people. Now comes something else. When you say connected, God is saying, I am pervasive all over. Everything's pervasive. It's a very powerful, powerful information. Look, he said, that is why God is extolled as Anantarupaya Namaha, which means he's all pervasive, all knowledgeable, everything. Wow, God, that means to say what? That means to say, I can access to him anytime. So very often in research and many of the fields that we have done, you find that even in your workplace, even in your place, many times, in my own experience, a lot of things happens when we connect to God, because suddenly the idea will come. Those who are doing research, those who are working in the field, when you're struggling, you find, you let go, allow him to this, boom, the connection will come. Like this, one student came to me and asked me, it's 3 months more to finish and he has not done his thesis yet, and everybody else is passing up and he doesn't know what to do. So he came and sat in front of me. He was almost in tears. So I also didn't know what to do, and his job was to look at all the pests, all the organisms in animals that come to the house. And he looked at cats and dogs and everything else. Nothing was present. At that moment, I also was quite puzzled. And I looked like that and I said, Swami, what is it? What is it? Come on, Baba, Baba. So whenever like that, you talk. Your face is to the front of the person, but your system is connected. Swami, there's a problem. What is it? Suddenly, from the one lizard goes up the ceiling. So I asked him, did you investigate the organism is present in the lizard? Sir, lizard is a reptile. Ours is a mammal organism. It's 37 degrees. It doesn't live there. I said, how do you know? He said, it's not found in the literature. I know, but you must understand one thing. I have read it, you have read it, but the organism has not read the fact that he should be in this lizard or he should not be there. So why do you prejudge this? Check and see. So he started to look at all the lizards and did some, investigation. And suddenly we found world's first discovery of this specific organism in the lizard. And then he came to me the next day crying in tears. Bro, thank you so much. The paper has been published. Now I can get through. I said, the moral of the story, whenever you are in trouble, look up. Something will pass by. So like this now, when you're connected, you'll find answers coming to you from different sources. You'll stay connected. Things will happen. Things will happen. In the flight, because I have long legs, the economic flight is really a hazard because to sit there. So one day I was too busy I couldn't get the emergency seat, so I went and sat in the flight, and I couldn't sit, and this front person pushed back the seat, and it was really painful. So I called the air hostess and said, I can't sit here. And she said, I'm so sorry, there's no other place. But how am I supposed to sit in this seat? My legs are long. She said, I can't do anything about it. Then I prayed to Swami. Swami, look, Swami, this is sitting the seat. All the flight, everywhere is full. I was doing this work that I was doing was the interfaith work, and as a result, I was so busy with it, I forgot to put the thing. Swami, please. So the idea was, get up and walk. The flight has not taken off. So now I'm walking. This is the aisle of the seat. I'm walking up, and I'm walking down. I'm walking up and I'm walking down. And then when I came right to the end there, I started, because I wanted to stretch, because I'm going to sit in that squeeze chair. So I was bending down and touching my leg. The person who's sitting in the front aisle seat here looked up at me. Oh, I'm so sorry. And he got up and he picked his bags and he went to the back. Actually, he was sitting in this seat. So I was quiet, and I was watching this whole scene. He just took up and went to the back. And then I sat the front row. If I didn't do that exercise or I didn't walk there, I wouldn't have got it. So everything, there's a solution. Guys, Bhagavan Baba Swami said, gods are here to serve us, but we must make the connection. Stay connected. Stay connected because he's infinite. You can get everything, whatever that you want. But connection means all the time. The mantra chanting must take place. How many of you do every day you do meditation? How many days? Every day. Okay, 5, 7, 9. Okay, very good. How many of you take medication every day? Medication? Okay. So the point is, if you go back now from Monday onwards or Sunday when you reach evening, Monday onwards, sit in your altar. Where you have a house altar, sit in front 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Make an appointment, sit there, quiet. But I cannot concentrate. Doesn't matter. Just quiet. Sit. Just be happy sitting. First, be happy sitting. Don't worry about whether the thoughts are flying and all that. Just sit. When you're sitting, second day, you sit. Third day, you start to become vigilant over your thought. The thought will fly. The thoughts will fly. Thoughts, you're not going to drag me away. Oh, thoughts, you are not going to be dragging myself away. You just become vigilant. Vigilant means just become aware. Awareness itself is the first step towards meditation. Slowly, the thing will get deeper and deeper. And then you look forward to become silent. And you look forward to be there. Wow, you feel good. you feel good. And then this goodness is what that will keep on thriving and doing. This is connectivity. Stay connected. Stay connected like that. Not just when in trouble and time, you go and look there. This is very interesting because in times of trouble, you go and call God. Oh God, please. But you don't ring. Have you seen some people? The bell will ring, but when you pick up the phone, you say, I'm not at home, please leave a message, I'll call you back. So sometimes in prayer, you find that some prayers receive very late response because we're not connected. So the more and more we connect, the more and more we do it, the more it becomes a habitual lifestyle. That's it. It's so easy to remember. In darkness, when a thief is coming to the house, you have a phone. First thing you do, you automatically remember to call your best friend because you have been calling so many times, so you automatically remember. In the same way, it is God's connection also. When in times of distress, when you're connected, you find the answer and response will come. So stay connected. Next. Watch your thoughts. This is really good stuff. Baba said, in one of the Vahinis, Swami said, there is no such thing as hell. There is no such thing as heaven. When you are having a liberating thought, it is heaven. When you have a binding thought, it's hell. Swami said that. Okay, now we need to differentiate between liberating thought and binding thought. So that means to say, hell and heaven is created in our own mind. Okay, so when you create your own mind, it's your thought that is creating it. I'm not good enough, I'm not pure enough, so it's a thought that goes in. Now, binding thought is Vishaya karma, liberating thought is Shreyo karma. Okay, forget the Sanskrit part. Binding thought, liberating. Now I need to know what is the meaning of the word binding, what is the word liberating. Watch this carefully because this is your literally a salvation point in order for you to know how to get connected. Binding, liberating. Next one. See. Okay, binding, liberating, this is how. Okay, next. Okay. Things are not always what they seem. The deer isn't crossing the road. The road is actually crossing the forest. Can you see? Sometimes you see, the deer is crossing, the deer is looking, hey, excuse me, hello. It's not that I'm crossing the road. The road actually is crossing my forest. And you are coming and hitting me. And it is very interesting enough, the deer is coming, it just looks at it. Have you seen? It just stares at it, bam, it knocks out. So the psychologists ask, why is it that the deer is not able to run away? Because the deer looks at the two lights coming. So the deer stares. And the deer fixes himself. It doesn't move. So some of us know that there is a danger, but we don't want to move away from it. This is the point. We know something is wrong. We know is that. We know we shouldn't be drinking all this drink, but you just love it. So you take, and then finally you develop diabetes and you develop all those things. Or smoking. Smoking is bad. Yes, I know smoking is bad. Do you know smoking causes cancer? Yes, I know smoking causes cancer. Do you know that smoking pollutes the air? I know smoking pollutes the air. Do you know when the smoke comes in, the children take it? Yes, I also know. Then why is it that you smoke? Because I know. What? That I know. See, I know. All these things I know. Do you know that when you become angry, every time you become angry, the body produces a toxin that takes 3 months to detoxify? So you're allowed in 1 year to become angry 4 times in a year? Did you know that? Yeah. So every time you become angry, you shout, the body produces a toxin. Toxin. When the toxins are produced in such large amounts, there is a biochemical changes, there is a physiological changes, the vessels become narrow. You go to the hospital. In the hospital, the doctor comes out and tells you, I'm afraid I have to rush him into the hospital. He needs a bypass. Doctor, what happens if that fails? If that fails, he passed by. That's it, he passed by. So what does that happen? The body produces a toxin. Anger causes toxin to be released inside our body. So in a day, single day, see how many times we are getting angry. So the body continuously produces. And who is producing it? Your friends are causing it. Your people whom you are interacting are causing it. Others are reacting to it. So body, toxin. So finally, the whole perception must change. Just as the deer, the whole perception must change. And we must now understand that some of us suffer from what is called the deer syndrome. You can see the danger in front of us, but we are not able to move away from that danger because you keep staring at it. You know it won't happen. It don't happen. It just comes out like that. It's like a frog. If you take a frog and throw it into hot boiling water, the frog can jump out. But if you put a frog swimming in a cold water and put the whole stuff above the oven, stove, the fire will start to burn, and the frog swimming, finally you will get fried frog. Why did you not get jumped out? Because the frog acclimatizes towards it. So issue is that small things that we are doing in life, you'll find that it'll just accumulate. So you must be careful. What is it that you must accumulate? What is it? Why am I thinking like this? This thought should not come. This thinking should not be there. There was a question which I read, that how do you remove lustful thoughts? That means suddenly you think of this person, suddenly you have lustful thoughts. How do you fight that? How do you fight negativity? I don't want to do it. How do you fight it? My friends. And now I'm here to share the secret with you, that you can actually never fight lustful thoughts. You can never fight negativity. You don't believe? Yeah. Okay. You know your house, if you want Vibhuti to come. Any of you? Anybody wants Vibhuti to come? Yeah. If you want Vibhuti to come, you can write it down, the method. 21 days you have to chant 9 times Gayatri Mantra. 21 days, morning and evening, you have to chant 9 times Gayatri Mantra for 21 days, sincerely. Yeah? And while you are chanting this, if you want Vibhuti, depends. Kumkum is different, but just Vibhuti alone, if you want, for 21 days, but at the time of your chanting, you must never think of banana. You know, the plantain, you must never think of that. And you must never think of oranges. You know that when you're chanting, oranges must never be thought about. And one animal, rabbit. You know rabbit? Hopping? Rabbit. So whenever you chant, never think of a rabbit. Never think. Now, can you imagine? Every time you're chanting, Om Buru, the first thing that animal hops is rabbit. Now, first thing because the mind is not programmed not to think. Mind is only programmed to think. So the moment you say don't, the mind will think. Don't do it. Vinayaka Chaturthi, if you are Hindu, that's the time you are not supposed to look at the moon sometime. You know, Vinayaka says, don't see the moon. If you are a Hindu, you will look at the moon on that day. You are born Hindu. You go out and look. Because the idea is that you're not supposed to look. When children come to your house, you know, they'll be playing, and then they'll take your flower vase. Like the flower vase and things like that, and they hold it. And then the father, his father, don't drop it, darling. This is a very expensive flower vase. Don't drop it. And then don't drop it. What does he do? Drop it. It all breaks. And then the father gets very annoyed. And then the owner of the house says, doesn't matter. You know, children are like that. You know, and then you pick up the pieces and go. But once they leave the house, they go, what kind of children? Why can't they train the children to be? This is how you grow up the children, and they will keep on saying those things. So the point is that mind cannot think. Don't think. Mind is not programmed to do so. So, meaning to say, when you know that the mind cannot be programmed to think, when you fight negativity, it will only think of negativity. Don't think of her. Who? Her. I'm thinking. See, so the point here is that how do you then fight? Baba gave a beautiful example. What does he say? He said, when a child is holding a knife, the mother comes in and says, darling, give me a knife. Give me the knife. Mama, I won't give you the knife. Give me the knife. No, I don't want to give you the knife. Now, intelligent mother will then take a Kit Kat, the chocolate. See, what is this? Don't you want chocolate? So now, the son's eyes will shift from the hand and slowly travel to the chocolate. And then what happens? He loosens his grip here and holds the chocolate there. So the fact that he drops the knife then, in the same way, when you're having a negative thought or when you're thinking seriously, don't keep wrestling here because you'll keep on holding it. Now you must have something higher to think about. If the mind can start thinking about some higher things in the world, you find the lower impulses will start to leave away. That's the only way to do so. If you don't believe in the Ramayana, this was the case. When Ramayana was there, the Sugriva and Vali was fighting. You know the Ramayana story? They were both, you know this. You want me to explain? No. The answer is either yes or no. Yeah, okay. So Sugriva, there are two monkeys, Sugriva and Vali. Vali in Sanskrit means lust. Sugriva, Su means auspicious. So auspicious, this monkey, both of them were fighting. Vali had a boon. Whoever who is with me, 50% of his power will be taken away by the opponent. So that means if supposing I'm fighting with you, I will take 50% of your power. So you have no chance to fight Vali. So now Sugriva is fighting. The Sugriva is slowly losing. Sri Rama stood behind the tree, took out his arrow and shot Vali from the back. He was dying. Vali said, hey, what's wrong with you? How can you shoot me from the back? But Rama said, listen, this is a tree. I must be from the tree of detachment. I must stand behind and shoot from the arrow of discrimination. That is only the way that I can now fight lust. So this is a very important point. If you are drinking and you make a resolution not to drink anymore, then you will find that when you go into the pub and everybody is drinking, you will find that the impulse will start to come in. So you'll be fighting that, and slowly you will lose out. So most important thing is that you must stay connected and make sure that you fight the battle in the right way. Okay, next one. The greatest mistake we humans make in our relationships, we listen half, understand quarter, think zero, and react double. This is a nice quote. Okay, next one. Okay, I want to ask you this question. Whether you tell me whether this is a liberating thought or a binding thought. Hey, guys, there's a pub. Let's go for a drink. Liberating, binding? Binding, yeah. Next one. Hey, come on, guys. Let's go and serve the old folks home. Liberating, binding? Yeah. So, hey, you want a puff? Yeah, okay. So, hey, guys, you want a puff is liberating, ah? It's binding, lah, guys. Binding. Okay, now, you know what's YOLO? Yeah. So this is now the new thinking now. Hey, guys, YOLO. They put this line. YOLO. YOLO means you only live once. So what's the big deal? You only live once. Let's enjoy. Now, frankly speaking, if that was really true, I think I won't waste my time here, seriously. Because if you only live once, and that's all you live, I think there's no necessity for you to be here. Go and enjoy, do whatever you want, because you're low. Unfortunately, after reading up and checking up things, that is not true. It's not true. You come back. So when you keep on coming back and trying to do the kind of things, the karmic thing will push us here. So what are we supposed to be here? Doing everything to liberate. So YOLO is a binding thought, okay? Next one. Where really is God? The question, where is God? Where is God? Where is he? How to find him? Liberating, yeah, that's it, you're liberating. Next one. I realize I'm lazy and I don't seem to want to study. I realize I'm lazy and I don't seem to want to study. Liberating, binding. Yeah, no, it's actually binding, but now you're becoming aware of your own laziness. So it's one step towards finding a solution. Next one. I got scolding, but I know it's my fault. Liberating, yeah. I don't deserve this. I'm telling you, I don't deserve this. Binding, yeah, that's it. Finish. I've got a binding thought. Next one. I am not up to it. I'm not up to it. Binding, it binds me. So now the question is now, by a thought that goes through your head, you know whether this is a binding thought or very liberating thought. The moment you put these two programming in your system, do you know something? This is your pathway to heaven, pathway to hell. Baba said this, hell and heaven is liberating. So anything that happens in your life, if traffic jam, oh God, Chicago jam, I tell you, we were stuck here for 1.5 hours, you telephone everybody, I am in this miserable jam. Liberating or binding? Binding. So how do you make it liberating? Very simple. Hey, you know what? I'm in a traffic jam. I got 1.5 hours to reach home. So you know what Both I have to give you. Yogesh, oh, this is fantastic. So I looked at my boss in my office, and my boss is only looking after me until I reach 60, then I retire. But this boss is amazing. He's saying to me that not only I will look after for this life and the next. In case I come back, he's prepared to look after me. So I calculated the thing and I found out this boss is much better. Do for him, work for him, everything is taken care and you're blissful and happy. Wow, the trade effect is fantastic. So what does it mean? Yogashema means that whatever I do, I dedicate my work to him. Next, you see, like this is a coconut tree. Now, this is Swami's principle. This is real coconut tree. When you climb the real coconut tree, the shadow falls on your coconut tree, isn't it? So this is what is called spiritual coconut tree. This is called material. The shadow is material. Lot of people spend a lot of time working, workaholic, work, and chase after the material wealth. And suddenly you find you lose your material wealth, you lose your sanity, and you lose everything. But you focus on climbing this spiritual tree. You want your spiritual fruits. Do you know, as you keep on climbing, the shadow also falls on the material tree. Have you seen? When you climb here, your shadow will fall here. So when you reach out for your spiritual goal, you can be rest assured your material things also will be happy. Get all what you want. This is a very amazing bargain. So I need to commit to Swami, do his mission work. I got nothing to worry. Wow. I don't have to crack my head, be anxious, but I just work. I just do. Of course, in your office work, whatever that you're doing, I work. But while working, I'm not anxious. I'm just happy. Why? Because I dedicate my action to him. Now, don't you think this is fantastic? You do my work, your yoga shema, I will look after. I'll give you a classic example. When we were staying at home with my father and mother, my father said, you better start looking for a house separately because I just got married. But I was so busy running around for Swami's thing. Every evening I'll come late, run here, run there for Swami. So I didn't have time to look for the house and things like that. So one day I went to Swami's place, Puttaparthi. Swami called for an interview, and he said, hey, I know every day you're driving like this, you're driving like that. You're looking for house, isn't it? Baba said. I said, yes, Swami, you're looking for house. That is not your house, that is my house. When the time comes, I will come and tell you, he said that. I will come and tell you, he said that. So one fine day, I get a call from an agent. And the agent said that, hey, there's a house, why don't you go and look? So very reluctantly, now I'm standing in the house at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm standing here, there's a house here. And the house doesn't even have for sale sign. It's just standing there, the address is given. So I'm just thinking, should I get this house or should I not get this house? Now comes one, this is a big Chinese area. Here comes one Indian man wearing a veshti. Veshti means the white cloth, and then you're having this bandage. I mean, exactly like beard, like that, you know. Same beard and the hair like that. And the man is coming, walking. He just came to me and said, are you buying a house? In Tamil, he spoke in Tamil. Are you buying a house? I got a shock. How do you know? I'm just standing here. How do you know? I know everything. He said, wow. I stood 2 steps back and I looked at him. I know everything. Better buy the house. Time has come. Better buy, he said. I said, who are you? Don't ask who I am. Ask who you are and find out who you are. Then you will know everything. Wow, my hair was this one, the water, my eyes all started watering. Then as he's walking, I said, where do you stay? I stay here, I stay there, I stay there, I stay everywhere. Buy the house, time has come, buy the house. It's a straight page from like a drama, you know. So it was a tar road, the road was a tar road, and he was standing there. So I fell flat on the tar road and touched his feet. He had a yellow color cloth bag, and he put his hand. So I saw what was inside that cloth bag, and it was the half of his bag was vibhuti. So he takes this vibhuti, puts on my thing, buy, time to come, buy the house. So he's telling like this, and I'm just staring like that. He's just turning like this, and he's just going like that, just like that. And then Baba said that, you know, when the time to come, I will tell you, you know. So even that these things, what I'm trying to tell you is that even these things, when you don't have the time and you're focusing on his work, something like this happens. So this is what it is. So this is the coconut tree, Yoga Shema. So anchor. So tomorrow we will of course speak about how you can anchor. But when you anchor into Swami's work, you have the passion, the drive. You'll just continue to have the zeal and to do it and to do it and to you're on the mission. Have you seen? Okay, how many of you have seen Mission Impossible? Yeah, see, all of you put the hands. Why do you? I seen that movie 4 times because I love that movie. Because when you go, 4 people are talking. See, if supposing we are supposed to be God's agents, and the voice will come. Good morning, Jim. Your job in this world is to go around spreading peace and happiness. Make sure you serve everyone with love. Understand one truth, that I am going to be with you in whatever resources you need, I will give you. While this machine self-destructs, you will self-construct towards giving happiness and peace. And you can always rely on me. Good luck, Jim. Now, so what happens now? with five people going inside, all like mission. There's an area that you need to work. There is a group people need to work, and you're going inside and you're helping them settling. Teenage pregnancy is going up, is going down now. Drug addiction is going up, drug addiction is going down. And all of you are there. Who are you guys? Who are you guys? This is Mission Impossible, where the world thought it was not possible, but I'm going to do it. And then for 95th birthday, if we can do some of these type of activities, you go and give this as Baba's gift next year. Swami will say, don't make me happy, don't make me happy, I'm always happy, make me proud. Make me proud. So this is what we want to do. When you're constantly connected, constantly anchored to Bhagavan Baba. Don't you think this is a fantastic life? It's an incredible insurance scheme, if you ask me seriously. My Yoga Shema for this life and next is taken care. So why not we embrace that opportunity, derive maximum happiness, and enjoy life to the fullest? So this is how we can get connected to the divine constantly and continuously. Whatever that I'm saying to you, I say it with a lot of humility, because I don't consider you as a devotee. If I'm standing here, each one of you is like my brother and sister. So I feel that connectivity. That's why I love youth, because youth have got that one kind of, when you look and you see, there's a kind of a twinkling thing, and so nice. And if you come to Baba and come to Bhagavan and practice this, you will experience superfold, many fold experiences. And if you can achieve all this in an amazing time, I think that is really God's grace. Thank you. Sign off.
Can we just give another round of applause for Dr. Govind? I just want to thank Dr. Govind once again for sharing his experiences with all of us in such a humorous and memorable manner. I know all of us can take something home, particularly the Mission Impossible theme song he sang. So as Dr. Govind said in his talk, satsang is important because you get to be in the company of other people's energy. And this weekend so far has been a testament to that. We have had our thought-provoking workshops, engaging guest speaker sessions, skits, and bhajan sessions. And I just want to take a minute to thank every single one of the people on the planning committee who made every aspect of this retreat possible. Without them, it would not have happened, so thank you. So as we begin to wrap up for the night, we do have bhajans after these announcements. So after bhajans, we will have closing prayers followed by the food prayer, and then dinner. And then from 8:30 to 10, we will have a campfire and the exhibition. So some things to highlight about the exhibition. It is worth all of you to go check it out. You can capture your ZYAF 2019 experience with a blue screen picture at the photo booth. You can nourish your creative side by painting. You can challenge yourself with some riddles. And for those of you who don't know where the exhibition is located, it's located in the Arts and Crafts Lounge next to the main hall. So I think it's right over there. And also, please don't forget to do the dare that you got at check-in. Remember that we want to do that dare throughout the conference and write about our experiences. And now I'll hand it off to Anjali.
So I'll be speaking about some logistics regarding travel. There's going to be 3 trips to the airports tomorrow. One is going to be at 12:30. That's when you need to board the first bus, which will be departing at 12:45 for O'Hare. For folks on that bus, lunch will be kept in the bus for you. So bring your bags to the dining hall in the morning, and you can keep it under the tent across from the dining hall. The second trip will be boarding at 4 p.m. and leaving at 4:15 sharp, also to O'Hare. For folks on that later trip, you can eat your lunch here at the site, and remember to have your bags ready outside of the dining hall by 4 p.m. For the third trip, this one will be boarding at 1 and leaving at 1:15 to Midway Airport. This bus will also take folks to the metro if you plan on catching the train to go somewhere. So for folks going to Midway or the train, your food will also be kept in the bus, but you should bring your bags in the morning and keep them in the tent as well as the 12:30 p.m. folks. Another announcement regarding folks who are staying in Lebo Lodge, they have asked anybody staying in that lodge to be out of the dorm by 2:30. So any luggage that you have, please bring that and keep it in Saks Hall or in the tent across from the dining hall. So before we conclude with devotional singing, we'd like to humbly request Swami for his divine discourse. Sai Ram.
us His children everywhere, born and put up at feet. The Lord of the universe is here. Calm and tranquil like the moon, shining with divine inner light, filling all with bliss at His side. He is always serving those in need, answering the prayers of devotees, giving grace to you and me. The Lord of the universe is here. Sai, you are Guru, God and self. Mother, you are everything to us. Father, you are everything to us. You are the divine primal energy, manifest as all that we ever see. You are the one reality. The Lord of the universe is here. I, with the sacred form of Om, universal radiance divine, please accept this offering of mine. The flame of love that burns within my heart, meaning we can never be apart. You and I are ever one. The Lord of the universe is here. Narayana, Narayana, Om Satya Narayana, 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 Om Narayana, Narayana, Om Satya Narayana, Narayana, Om Satya Narayana, Narayana, Om. The Lord of the universe is here. Narayana, Narayana, Om Satya Narayana, 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 Om Narayana, Narayana, Om Satya Narayana, Narayana, Om Satya Narayana, Narayana, Om. The Lord of the universe is here. Narayana, Narayana, Om Satya Narayana, 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 Om Narayana, Narayana, Om Satya Narayana, Narayana, Om Satya Narayana, Narayana, Om. The Lord of the universe is here. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Samastalokaः Sukhino bhavantu. Samastalokaः Sukhino bhavantu. Samastalokaः Sukhino bhavantu. May all the beings in all the worlds be happy. Peace, peace, peace. Peace on earth. Peace, peace, peace. For all the universe. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Paramam pavitram Baba vibhutim, paramam vichitram Veena vibhutim, paramartha ishtartha moksha pradanam Baba vibhutim idamashayami. Sacred, holy and supreme is Baba's vibhuti, pouring forth in brilliant stream, display of vibhuti. So auspicious is its might, it grants liberation. Baba's vibhuti, its power protects me. Love it, y el amor brotan de tu palma, como el brillo del sol ilumina el alma, siempre dando a la vida nuevas esperanzas. Brindanos su gracia, dulce Sai Baba. Om
Thou art the enjoyer of the food. Thou art the giver and preparer of the food. Along with the inward and outward breaths, you are the digestive fire that digests all types of food. We offer to you all that we consume. Om
Brahmarpanam Brahmahavir Brahmagno Brahmanahutam Brahmaiva Tena Gandharvyam Brahma Karma Samadhina Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Dehamashritah Pranapanasamaयुक्तः Pachamyannam Chaturvidam Shanti Shanti Shanti.
जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की
जय.